Tracy traffic, Cherokee 22 November's taking off, runway 30, we're going straight out departure, Tracy traffic. Okay, fuel pump's on, running lights on, set our DG to 30, go full throttle, airspeed's alive, windows closed, windows closed. Alright, so then we get to 60, just pull back and just let the nose, I can actually give it a little bit of trim here. Gonna let it fly itself up off the runway. Smoke on!
Tracy traffic, Cessna 5148 Victor, we're gonna pull up and hold short for runway 30 for a straight out departure.
A little pull, a little power. Okay, we've got a positive rate of climb, so we can get rid of our flaps now, very slowly. It'll probably sink a little bit. And I'm supposed to kind of avoid these houses over here.
Traffic Cessna 5148 Victor, holding short of runway 30, ready for departure. We're going to do straight out departure.
Alright, we're going to put that to alt, and now we're going to go ahead and just...
Cessna 5148 Victor, taking runway 30.
That noise considerations, like trying to avoid going over the houses.
Yeah, noise abatement. We're not quite at 1,000 feet yet, and regulations are we're supposed to be 1,000 feet above congested areas unless taking off and landing. Well, we just took off, so. Tracy area traffic, Cherokee 22 November's departing the area to the east. Tracy traffic, last call.
7 Bravo, currently 7 to the north at 3,200 descending. We'll be entering on left base 13 knots.
Okay, so now we're at 1,000 feet. I can turn off the fuel pump, and then the fuel pressure should stay right about where it is. Landing lights coming off. We don't need it now. Just pull this trim forward a little bit. What I like to do is on my climb out speed, I like to be about 85 miles per hour. So as you drop the nose, see how it speeds up. Oh yeah, what we want to do is we're going to up a little bit.
Do a fast taxi back to the general aviation parking.
Okay, because what it is 85 is what's called the VY speed, which gives you your best rate of climb over time. So in the shortest amount of time, that's going to give us the greatest altitude. As we're going 100, what are we doing across the ground? 96 knots, which is 110 miles an hour.
Cruising.
Yeah, for this airplane, that's good. Now I'm a little bit low, so I just want to boost the trim a little bit. Maybe just add just a little bit of power. A little power. Add power. I guess E.T. would be a good pilot. Power. Okay, that's gotta be Salida. Oh, I got the runway for Modesto. Okay.
Okay, that's the 99 right there then.
That's 99.
Got it.
Okay, so if you go straight down and then you'll see like some buildings and stuff. If you go off to the left, there's like almost like a shiny lake, it looks like, but it's not a lake. And then there's like a brown area that's kind of an L shape.
Okay.
With a dark stripe in it. That's the runway for the 2 runways for Modesto.
Aha.
After a while, you learn what airports look like, and you know exactly what to look at. Yeah, this is 99. We're going over it right now. This is right there. I can see the water tower that has like the Cub Country station on it all the time, or whatever.
Yeah, there's the Ripon water tower right down there. Now that Modesto airport, is that just a municipal airport now? Is it just small aircraft that fly in and out?
No, there's some pretty good size. Well, not the big huge jets, but there's a control tower and there's a air service that runs out.
Because I remember my grandmother flew into town. This was probably late 70s. And we picked her up in Modesto.
Oh yeah.
And it was a twin engine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jet. You know, it was a big plane.
Columbia traffic, 55 Foxtrot, turning right crosswind to 17 Columbia.
Okay, so here's the thing. Columbia is at, let's see, what's elevation is 2,121 feet. So we have to be roughly, the pattern altitude is 1,000 feet above that. So at 3,500 feet, we're basically at pattern altitude. We don't have to really, I mean, we're just going to come right in. We don't have to do a descent.
The ground comes up to us.
Turning right downwind to 17.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just alter my course just slightly to the left. Because what you do is when you start doing this long distance navigation, now, see, I'm going to converge now with my line.
Which lake is that? Or is that?
That is Woodward Reservoir.
Aha.
Okay, so now what I've noticed is whenever I go out here to Columbia, and I'm on this kind of side of like Modesto, and like Modesto's back there, normally we see like executive jets coming in this way, and they're coming like right at our altitude, maybe a little higher, and they're turning into Stockton.
Okay.
So, you know,
you traffic helicopter, 5 Alpha Jet.
might see
1.5
an
miles
exec jet.
to the west, 3,000 feet.
Okay, so we're at our altitude, so I'm just gonna
over
just release the pressure of the yoke instead of pushing it, because the airplane's pretty much trimmed. So now it's gonna level out, it's gonna slow down, it's gonna try to climb a little bit. And this airplane is like a trainer, so it wants to stabilize itself. Yeah, I've already busted my direction a little bit. That's okay.
Columbia traffic, 55 Foxtrot turning right downwind to 17 Columbia.
Yeah, that's the runway we're going to go in on. Now, when we start getting over these mountains and stuff, you're going to probably, we'll get a little bit of bumping.
Tanker 83 is 5 miles to the northeast over the American camp area, be operating low level 5 northeast to Columbia.
So 5 northeast, he's going to be on the other side of us, so.
385 Sierra, depart.
Columbia. Hey, Lauren.
Columbia traffic, 55 Foxtrot turning right base, 17 Columbia.
I haven't seen anything else up here with us, so
Yeah,
pretty clear.
I mean, you did
way up there.
Yeah, yeah. You did pick a good day to fly. I mean, it really is. I mean, you got greater than 30-mile visibility.
Yeah.
Even with the haze, that's more than 30 miles.
Columbia traffic, 55 Foxtrot turning final, 17 Columbia.
Columbia's kind of cool.
Jet center nap about.
There's another thing I do here is I always check my flight time. So we're 30 minutes on that tank. So these tanks should be pretty close to being about the same now. I'm just going to stay on this tank. You know, I check my RPMs are good. I check oil pressure, oil temp. I check the fuel tank pressure. I always look at my amp meter in case it stops working. I check my altimeter, check my gyros. Okay, so this gyro will process. It'll get out of, after a while, like a gyroscope, how it starts to do this kind of stuff. That's what happens with the gyro in here. It gets off a little bit. So as long as we're not speeding up, slowing down, climbing, or descending, if you're level flight and you're steady speed, this is accurate. So it's at 6.5 is our magnetic compass. So I can update that there. So
there
that's, and then our heading and location, I always check where we're at. Okay, so yeah, we're coming up on, I'm verifying that the terrain, it looks like this is where we're at. Yep, the 2 GPSs pretty much agree. Now, it's hard to see this airport at first. And what we're going to do is we're actually coming over, we'll go over the Maloney's Reservoir. So you should have a shot of the dam over on your side.
I can see water right now.
Yeah, and I believe that is parts of it.
Yeah, I can see here on this one as well. We've got.
Yeah. That's like the first part of it there.
Yeah.
There should be a small dam out there as well. And then the Maloney's Reservoir is like beyond that little mountain range right there. So, I mean, we're going to go right over it.
Cool. Now with the fuel in your tanks, do you even out the usage to keep your weight balanced?
Yeah,
Okay.
I try to. I've landed one time where that one was almost empty and this one's heavy and you're like fighting it.
Uh-huh.
And then like when you fly a Piper or a low wing, that's one thing that they always teach you is fuel management. The Cessna guys don't worry about that because they have 2 tanks, but they bleed together.
Okay.
And the Cherokees don't do that, the Pipers. Okay, so the airport is straight off our nose, and it's 10 miles out.
It looks like the dam you were talking about is right to our right there.
Yep, that's it. It's got that tower next to it. Yeah,
Yep.
That's the Maloney's Dam. Columbia traffic, Cherokee 22 November's 10 nautical miles to the southwest inbound landing, Columbia traffic.
Columbia traffic, moving 267 with clear departing 17 straight out. Looking for that exact.
If you want, I'll turn this way to get our landing, maybe?
Yeah.
Let's see, we're going to be doing right traffic.
Traffic, so we're going to hold in position and hold up, wait for
my airplane
Columbia Tanker
vibrates
3 is 5
crazy.
miles southeast inbound for left crosswind midfield runway 35 Columbia.
Oh, some guy's going in on 3-5. Listen to the weather.
Columbia traffic, 55 turning right cross.
7, remarks. Density altitude 3,500.
Runway 1735 will be closed nightly starting August 21st and ending November 1st from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. South helipad will be closed starting August 21st and ending November 1st from 9 p.m. until 6 a.m. except for emergency services only. Taxiway Bravo will be closed starting
Okay, so we're
August
7 miles
21st
out.
and
I'm going to
ending
turn
October
fuel pump on,
26th.
landing light on.
Runway 1129 will be closed starting September 24th at 12 p.m.
Go back to these guys. Okay, so basically landing checklist, fuel's in the proper tank, we're not going to change that. The mixture is full rich, I haven't had to change that. Electric fuel pump is on, I got landing light on, and we'll bring flaps in just a minute. Okay, so we're basically configured for landing except for the flaps at this point.
Columbia Tanker 83 is 3 miles to the east coming over the top of Yankee Hill and bound for left crosswind runway 35 Columbia, and we have 55 Foxtrot in sight.
Okay, that's a
Right
tanker.
after flight 2 there, background.
That's a tanker
Morning,
coming in.
Ken.
Columbia traffic, Cherokee 22 November. We're about 6 nautical miles out on a right 45 for runway 17, Columbia traffic. Okay, so do you see the runway yet? I don't.
I don't either, no.
I know right where it's at.
Columbia traffic, Cessna 737 Golf Lima, turning right crosswind 17. We'll be departing the pattern to the west, and I'm changing frequencies.
Basically right down in here. You're not going to see it till we get right up on it. This little canyon here, we're going to kind of parallel that.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go out that way, and we're kind of back this direction. It sounds like someone's
Columbia
taking.
Tanker 83 left crosswind midfield runway 35 Columbia 55 Foxtrot in sight. You gonna be a full stop or touch and go?
Full stop, we'll make it as short as we can here, Brian.
Okay, and I got him in sight.
I don't have him, but
That's okay.
as long as you got him, that's
I
the
got
important part.
I'm gonna make my 2.5 mile call here in just a minute. I see there's a Cessna coming up this way, going out that way. So I'm gonna just slide over to this side a little bit. That might be that tanker.
Ah, there it is. I see it.
That's the tanker.
Columbia Tanker 83 left base runway 35 Columbia.
Hey, he's gonna land that way. Hey, airport's right down there.
I got it. Finally.
Columbia traffic, 55 Foxtrot clear, runway 17, Columbia.
Columbia Tanker 83 final runway 35 Columbia.
Bring in first notch of flaps. We're in the white arc. Okay, we're configured for landing at this point. So you're Okay, so we got the gas undercarriage mixture and props are set. Seatbelts are on. Everything's good. So
Ready.
there's tanker going in right there.
I see him going in there. Now he's on 3.5 and we're doing 1.7.
Yeah, he's doing the opposite direction.
Right, so they both kind of,
They come together.
yeah.
Columbia traffic. Cherokee 22 November's turning right downwind for 17 Columbia traffic.
Wow, that's a nice house. Tanker is landed.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to roll to the end there, which will be our approach end. He'll be off the runway before we even get there. All right, so the runway, we're just going to kind of wait for it to get behind our wing.
All right.
The approach end of it, and Columbia traffic. Cherokee 22 November is turning right base for runway 17, full stop. Columbia traffic. We haven't said that they're clear from the runway yet, but we'll see when we get on final here, when we get established. And since we're low and slow, you do a 10-degree turn here. 10-degree bank angle. You don't want to do too steep of a turn. We're slow and we're low. Don't want to stall. Not here.
The runway looks clear.
Yep. Columbia traffic. Cherokee 22 November's turning final. Wings up for runway 17. Full stop. Columbia traffic. And let's just start pulling the power a little bit.
Columbia traffic, Cessna 6868 X-ray, 49er bridge, inbound for 17 Columbia.
Dumped in full flaps. Got one white and one red. We are right on glide scope.
Nice.
Just not quite on center, but that's all right. We want to land at the demarcation bar, not on those arrows. We want to land beyond that.
Okay.
I'm aiming for the 17 numbers.
Gotcha.
And then those big white ones are where our wheels should actually touch down. Just how good I do. Oh, we ballooned up a little bit there. And a little short of it, but gonna get rid of our flaps. Start getting on the brakes, get some air conditioning.
Well, that was quick and easy and fun and smooth.